In this video, I'll be explaining the changes made to channel underscore util.py and main.py. I'll start with channel underscore util.py. The first thing down here is I've added material underscore channel underscore filters underscore keys to this file. And the reason I did that is because I realized that as the script was searching for other channels, it was keeping random and all other material channels that are related to random. So I added that so that at least we can fetch the channel keys that are similar or related to random. Then down here, uh, this is an implementation for login. I've added login to all try except blocks. And the reason as to why I have added login is because we are trying to see whether we can be able to better understand which errors we are getting after the try except block. And also down there, I'll also show how I've added a print statement to help print the error. Apart from just having a login file, we can also see the error on the terminal. Uh, the other thing that I did here is I've added a wait time period of 10 seconds to this element that we're trying to fetch or to get here. And as you can see, I've also removed this is an HTML element that used to be there, but now since Slack has a new UI, we have had to change to the current one, which is this one here. So as you can see, this one has been removed, and then I've added the new one. It was not easier, or the script was not having a hard time searching for some of these channels because this element here is no longer available on Slack, and it has been replaced by this one. So I had to do some changes as well. Then down here, yeah, this is another element that has been removed, and as you can see, I've updated with a new one. So the logic here is you wait for this element to load, and then the script will be able to click on add channels, which is this element here. And then after clicking on add channels, it needs to go to manage and another button called manage. And then this one was not there earlier. As you can see, this is what I've added. And like I've said, Slack has updated their UI with some new features which needed to be catered for so that the script can run effectively without stopping. So this is another element that I've added, so that at least the flow of how the script the flow of how the script runs can be seamless without stopping, and just ensuring that everything keeps on flowing. And then down here, uh, yeah, this is another element. As you can see, initially it clicks on all channels, but now it has to click on browse channels. Yeah, and then yeah, now here is login. So this is a try except block, and as you can see, right now I'm able to. Sorry, just a minute. Actually, the only thing I did here was I added a print statement, uh, and then down here I've removed the code that was taking the screenshots, because I'm trying to see how I can make it search very fast. Because okay, I realized that the script takes so much time searching, and I tried to at least minimize the time that it spends searching. And what I did was I only removed the screenshots. Sorry, the code that takes screenshots every time it searches for a word on Slack. Then down here, yeah, this is still the code for taking screenshots while it's searching for the channels. And then um, down here now, this is now the part that I'm talking about login. So as you can see, I've added some um, login file where, and if there's an event where the script encounters an error, it can be printed in a login file and then saved somewhere within the code base. And then down here, it also prints an error as occurred on the terminal, so that at least the person who is running the script can see the error and be able to act on it earlier before maybe it crashes or it stops the script from running. Then down here, this is the code that was taking the screenshots as well, while the script is searching, which the script is searching for the channel. So that one has also been removed. And then down here, yeah, this is also the script. Sorry, the screenshot. And then I've also added a login as well here. After the try except, there's a login file that has been added here, and also a print statement to show which error is which error the script has encountered on the terminal. Then this is just a screenshot as well, screenshot code as well. Then login, just the same login like the one I was explaining up there. So a login file to show in case there's an error while the script is searching for that channel, at least it can be able to notify you on the terminal, and a login file that shows the error as well. Then this is while it's searching for product. Okay, so the screenshot as well, I've removed it. And yeah, so there's a just a minute. Yeah, there's a login file as well, and a print statement to show the error on the screen, in case there's an error while it's searching for the product keys. And then this is join material channels. These are now the 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 random and anything that is related to random. So as like I said earlier on, I added the code. Sorry, I added a statement up there where it shows that we are trying to fetch the material channel keys from the .env file. And since this implementation was not there earlier on, I had to do some implementation of that. At least it can also be able to do the searching of the random keys. So this is what I did. And it's just similar to the other key. Sorry, to the other implementation of the other keys like the product, intro, jobs, and yeah, all of them. So I removed the screenshot as well, and down here I've added a login. Sorry, after the try except, I've added a login file, that the one that is going to be storing the errors that it might encounter. It's searching for as it's searching for the material underscore key, material channel keys, that is the random, and the others that are related to random. And then um, now this is a login for, yeah, this is a login for material actually. Login for that one I've explained. Now filter channels, down here. I think the only thing that I did here was to update the HTML element with the current one. This is the old one, this is the current one, and this one is making it run smoothly and seamlessly without stopping. It's able to search. Now also the same, I replaced this with this. That is this is old element, this is a new element. And down here I updated the filter the web the driver, sorry, the wait period time from 5 seconds to 10 seconds. And then updated also the HTML element. This is the old one, doesn't exist anymore on the new UI, and this is the new one. Down here Down here, yeah, I updated this one as well. I updated this one as well. Initially, this is what was happening. So filter items, we need to find the elements. Sorry, just a minute. Oh yeah, I removed this because this is the old this is the old way of searching, and the old element that was used to search, and like I said, I added a new one, which is this one. So this one was removed as well because it wasn't necessary to be there. And then I added this line here to help us click on the new element. And also, sometimes you might find that this element, despite the fact that it's running well on screen, uh, after I added the login here, I was getting some sort of state element reference error, like stale element reference of error. You find that it's running well, but it's not being the error is not being handled well. So I added this here so that at least the error can be handled well. And after the error has been handled well, I tried to do some retry. I tried to repeat the same process again so that at least the error can be eliminated completely. So that at least it tries to research again for the same keyword, and then this was working well, and the error was no longer there. So yeah, down here, filter item. Yeah, down here I also added a new element that has been added on the new UI. And what I did was for this item to like for you for the script to click on enter on the new word that sorry the word that is being searched. There was need for like after it has retried again for it to click on it, like to try and click on the new element. So I added these few statements here so that at least it can click on the element. Then I also worked on this is an old element, so I had to replace it with the new one, which is down here. And then I updated. Sorry, I tried to reduce the wait time, the sleep time here, so that at least I make it faster. Instead of spending so much time searching, at least to try to reduce the time that is searching for efficiency. Then down here, I removed this code. Yeah, I removed this code because it was no longer useful to the new UI that I was working on. Then I also added a login file and a print statement such that at least the error can be seen on the screen in case there's any errors as it's filtering. And then I removed this code base as well because like I said it was not necessary for the new UI that I was working with. Then I replaced it with a new one. If I do it this way, I realized that it was not joining the channels, it was just keeping them. But if I removed is not true, it was clicking on the join in case a channel fits or it's a match with what had been searched. For example, if it searches for intro and then this is still on the code, it was going through all the channels after searching but not joining the intro channel, and it's a fit or it's a match. But with this code it was able to join the channels very well without skipping the ones that are supposed to be joined. Then this is the one for sorry, this one every time the script was searching for the channels, and then it fails to click on enter. Like, so let's say for example it searches for intro, and then forgets to click on enter, like what I've said up here, where it's trying to retry, where it's retrying instead of continuing with its work. At this point it used to get stuck, like it just gets stuck and then goes across the page trying to give you the channel metadata and the channel name. But I saw no need of having this after adding the except stale element exception and retrying again. After retrying again, it was able to like join every channel that it was searching, and you can leave it to do it on its own. With this one, you have to keep on monitoring and ensuring that it doesn't stop while searching for channels. Otherwise, it will stop and then get stuck there for until and it will get stuck there until you come back again and check what's going on and try to click or on your own, like try to use your just try to as in try to click on it manually so that it continues with its work. So this one I saw no need of having this here. Then um the join button, just a minute. Yeah, so for the join button, I did some changes, of course, because this is an old element and I needed to update it with a new element. This one doesn't exist on the new Slack. It's for the old Slack, so I updated with the new Slack. And I also did some changes to the way like we try to fetch the element. This one at some point it was being skipped, at some point it was being clicked, but with the web driver wait, with a period of 1 second, it was able to do it very fast. If I did 10 seconds here, it would be going very slow, like it clicks on join and then moves to the next channel. If it's not a match, it moves to the next channel. If it's not a match, it moves to the next channel and it keeps on going. But with this new code base, at least this new code snippet, at least it's able to join very fast, and it doesn't miss any of the elements that it's supposed to click on. Then down here, I tried to change these from just join button dot click to action chains. With action chains, I found it more effective than just having it as join channel dot click and a time slip of 2 seconds. This one was giving me most effective results as opposed to this one. Then a login file for the filtering, and sorry, yeah, a login file for anytime it's filtering the channels. Then down here, I also added a login file. Sorry, this is for when it's joining, and now this is for when it's filtering the channels. And it's able to tell you that this error happened on the entire like filter channels. This one is telling you that it only happened on join channels. Then down here, I've added just a minute. Yeah. Now this one was giving me an error after adding the login file. It was giving me an error on the terminal. So I tried to have a try except error. Sorry, a try except block of no such exemption element exception, because at some point you could find that the page doesn't have a next page, like a next page icon where it clicks on next page. So that means even if it's running well, it's going to give you an error on the terminal. So I tried to do a try except, and this one worked well. And I did the same for this function as well. Uh, a try except block. Now I'll go to main.py, and the changes I made here, some of them actually, even the file that I've shown up there, some of the changes that I made were changes that, like, some of these things have been removed. You could find that some of the imports have been repeated, and whenever I did a pre-commit hook run, uh, it was able to remove some of them. Like it could just remove some of them because the repetition of it could alert me on the terminal that this import has been repeated, so please remove it. And then after trying again, everything was running. It was passing all the checks. And then so down here, I've also removed some of the unused code. So like this one is a comment, so I have removed it. And yeah, this one, I think the reason as to why I did this was because I realized that whenever I run the code, I run it on the root folder. That is the folder that has the entire code base. So instead of having this on Slack underscore automation directory, I tried to have it just fetch all these from just the root folder, or the root directory where the Slack underscore Slack dash login dash env files is stored. And then down here, this is code that has, it's just unused code, some comments. So I removed those comments. And this one I didn't. I think this I removed this because pre-commit hook run was telling me that this variable name doesn't have, it's not being used anywhere else. So there was need of removing that. And after removing, everything was working well. Same applies to this one, unused code. So I removed that. Then unused code again, I removed that. Unused code again, I removed that. Unused code again, so I removed that. This is unused code, I removed it as well. And I added this one here. Like I said, I did some changes to channel underscore util.py where I added the material channels, so that at least it can be searched while it's searching for the other channels. So I added it here as well so that the changes can be effective and everything could work well. Then after, okay, like I said, Slack has a new UI, and after everything has been searched on the other side, now sorry, after everything has been searched on the other side, which is now this here, like it's searching for the intro channels, it's searching and joining them, it's searching for the feedback channels and joining them, searching for product channels and joining them, material channels and joining them, and even the job channel and joining them. After finishing this on the new Slack UI, there's nowhere it can go back to and start now doing sending messages on these channels, and then going to the jobs channel and picking talent or client that picking prospective talent or client. So the only way that this could be achieved was if after it if okay the only way this could be achieved was after it has finished searching for all the things that is searching. You needed to click uh, on the home key, like click, let's say for example here, after it finishes searching, like manage, browse, and then searching, there's no way it can access the channels here. Like the old Slack UI, these channels were very easily accessible because they were here. Now since it's not able to search for them, it needs to click on home page, and then after clicking on home page, now it can access the channels here. You can see like all the channels are here. So that is the change that has been done here. So I added a try except so that at least it can click on home page, sorry, on home icon, and then after clicking on home icon, it can now continue doing its work. And now that is the implementation that I did here. So everything else is just as it was. Now this one, the old Slack, this is what was being used, and the new Slack, I tried to add the new element that is being used, which is this one here. So it's either this comma meaning or this element here. I think that's all that I made the two files. Thank you.